Welcome to the fourth episode of the Tertius Times. For today, we're going to look at here this first article. These first two are from Mission Network News. The link to both these articles, this is the first one, are in the description. So as you know, 12 days ago, there was a rather severe earthquake in Haiti. As a result, relief into the country has been pouring in, but it has also been hampered by gang violence. Apparently, they blocked roads and hijacked vehicles transporting food. So these items, these needed items, particularly food, obviously, are not getting to where they are needed. Apparently here it's something of some good news, but it's a mixed bag. One gang leader has offered a truce to allow aid into the damaged peninsula where the earthquake hit, but it's not clear how much of an impact it would make unless more gangs commit as well. So again, keep these people in your thoughts, your prayers, and that these human-made tragedies will disappear. Apparently also this report mentions hospitals and clinics that have been damaged and they're not able to treat the victims as effectively as they could. So some real tragedy going on there. Halfway around the world from there, in Ethiopia, we see that there are mass rapes in the Tigray region. That's the northern part of Ethiopia. And these are forces aligned with the Ethiopian government, unfortunately, that have carried out mass sexual violence against women and girls in that region. Voice of the Martyrs contributed to this story. So again, if you'd like to read some more on this, the link is in the description. Just as Haiti is struggling with food, Tigray is also on the verge of famine. So particularly pray for them in that regard. All right, there are obviously Christians there, churches there, doing what they can. Ethiopia, by the way, is a predominantly a Christian nation. It's been that way since ancient times. So this is a double tragedy because of what's being done apparently by people who are at least wearing the name of Christ. I did a little bit more digging into this, and just quickly I want to add that I found this in Christianity Today. This was from last November 25th. Tigray crisis tests Ethiopian Christians along ethnic lines. This paragraph right here kind of sadly sums up the status. Soldiers in our church were killed. One of the people who was involved in one of these incidents. Though the Tigray region is 95% Orthodox, many of the federal troops stationed there are from other regions of Ethiopia where Protestantism is more common. This to me just makes this even more inexcusable. Two sides claiming to be following Christ and killing and causing havoc is really inexcusable. But again, it calls for our desperate calls to God to heal such deep divisions. This next one is from USCIRF, the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom. This is about protests in Cuba impacting religious freedom. This was from last month, just about exactly a month ago, but this would be good to listen to. And, you know, again, in the Caribbean region, Cuba and Haiti experiencing different problems. All right, and then finally, here is the USCIRF News Digest from a couple days ago. It usually comes out once a week or so. And just scrolling through this, you can see there's just story after story, report after report of, again, mostly things related to human rights abuses, persecutions, and things like that all around the world. So if you get a chance, subscribe for more detail on all of these. We're going to continue with the interview of Aryan and Ahmed responding to President Biden's statement, and other people have stated this, that the Afghan army simply gave up. And so we'll get their perspective on that. Here they are. Welcome back. We have with us Aryan, and I've been saying Ahmed. Is it Ahmed or Ahmad?
Ahmad.
Ahmad. Okay, yeah, I apologize for that. So again, two young men born and raised in Afghanistan. They're here now in the United States. And for this podcast, they're going to address the issue, something our President Joe Biden had frequently stated, that the Afghanistan military just gave up, and they did not have the motivation to fight for their country. So you guys take it from here and address that.
I'd like to take it from here. So as you said that the Afghanistan, you know, the government, they fell too fast. There's many different reasons to it, but two more specific reasons is that the people, they were tired of all the bloodshed going on for almost like 30 right. to 40 years.
Right.
People were tired of losing their family members. Government was tired of losing lives, civilian lives. They were just tired. They were like, oh, okay, I don't want to see no more bloodshed. You can take control of it. Do whatever you do. Just don't kill anybody. I don't want no more bloodshed. My people suffered enough, and they're just trying to live their life. No more bloodshed. That's one of the reason. And you know, another reason, the army, they fight back. You know, the army, because they fight back. But the thing was, what they did, the Taliban, they were fighting in the cities where the most popular places, where civilians, a lot of civilians, like,
right.
So the army, they tried their best to fight back, but they couldn't, because civilian casualty, there's going to be a lot of civilian casualties. So that's another reason that the army back up, because they don't want no civilian casualty. And the Taliban, they did not care if there's civilian casualty or not. They're just saying that it's war, it happens. And so the government, that's the reason that the government went down fast, because of the civilian casualty, because the government, it cares about its people, its country, and its well-being. So that's why the government was like, I don't want no bloodshed. Just don't kill any civilians. You can take control of it. And yeah, that's, my brother would like to add something to it.
And so talk about briefly the supplies that the military had, or as you told me personally, the lack of supplies that they had to do their jobs.
Oh yeah, so like as you know, back in like when American they came to Afghanistan to help. Back then, every mission was successful because the Afghan government, they had American to support them. They had like drones, helicopters, and guns and heavy artillery. They had that.
Right.
Well, in Afghanistan, the fighting would they when the soldier they ran out of bullets, ammunition, they called for backup. But sometime, most of the time, there was no backup, or most of the time there were. Most of the time, it was most of the time it was already too late for backup to call. So so yeah, our when the American left, it also left kind of like a mark on our military,
Right.
because like our military was very strong when the American were here, but it kind of fell apart when they left.
Yeah, and I understand there were thousands of Afghani soldiers who were casualties in the war. So um, it wasn't they lacked bravery. Uh, it was they lacked the supplies and the support
Yeah, yeah, like
to do
the
their job.
soldiers. Yeah, the soldiers, they were very brave. Like from the bottom of their heart, they were like basically lions. That's I would like to say it lions because they are lions.
Right, right.
Every single person is proud of them. Every single person who prays for them. The soldier, they did their best, but it's the lack of supportment that they have. If they didn't lack supportment, no one could beat Afghanistan. Like the soldier, they would literally give their lives for it.
We will stop the interview there for today and pick up some more of it tomorrow with Ariane and Ahmad. See you then.